And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To those who are in America, happy Thanksgiving, and welcome back to my stream through of Terminator Resistance. I beat the game in my previous stream through, so I am actually going into the free DLC, which was released, actually during the time I was playing this game. So, I fully expect there to be shenanigans, calumny, and me bumblefucking about, because again, I am going into this blind. And as a side note of this, as usual, I have a single monitor setup. I will not be able to actually directly interact with the stream commentary and questions produced by chat. So when my co-commentator finally gets their thumb out of their metaphorical backside and shows up, they'll be able to actually ask the questions or relay questions to me so I can answer to the best of my ability. I do apologize for any inconvenience that might be, but, well, such is life. Anyway, here goes nothing.
Blog.
Hello, Jamie. How you doing?
I'm okay. Just trying to work out the best workflow for Teddy.
Well, as you can see, the stream is just starting, and I have been sitting on the warning note for Infiltrator Mode. So, first and foremost, we are not able to save our game progress. If I die, it's right back to the start.
Right, let me see. Let me scroll. Because I've forgotten the thing.
It's over in the stream links on the beach Discord.
Of course it is. I'm the mod of this fucking place, and yes.
I know. For those of you who do not know, Jamie the D, also known as the Mad Welshman or Jamie the Durban, is a good friend of mine. I constantly sass the hell out of him, and he is currently the poor bastard let's playing Azur Lane over on the LP Beach. I co-commentate and rampantly crap history all over his work.
To be fair, that is some really artisanal You could sell that crap in a free trade store and charge through the nose.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be artisanal bespoke toilet paper with wooden splinters.
Yeah.
So, this line at the bottom here, recommended to disable immersive mode when playing Infiltrator mode for the first time, that is important because immersive mode is essentially the hardest difficulty of the game, and it turns off things like your health bar.
Yes, of course.
So, obviously we have to collect intelligence from wrecks, bodies, and resistance. New locations added to the map. I collect enough intel, the location of my main target will be revealed. There is an achievement for completing this mode, and there's a second achievement in this mode as well for finding 3 secret areas.
Interesting.
I'm not stupid, I am playing this on normal difficulty.
Extreme.
I said I'm not stupid for a reason. So, basically, have you ever wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger from the original Terminator?
Why, yes, actually.
Congratulations, that's what Infiltrator mode basically is.
Nice. Although, to be fair, I did, back in the day, play the original Terminator game back on the C64 and Atari ST and whatnot.
Well, to be fair, that's, a bit old.
It is a bit old, but it was still pretty good.
Oh, we got a cutscene.
But
So that was actually very closely reminiscent to the original damage done to the Terminator in the first movie. As you can see, we have some humans over there. And this is, well, partly scan mode, so let's see what we have over here. Scavengers with M16 rifles. I do like the threat assessment. Minimal threat.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to poke a few buttons and see what I have on other mechanics and such, because I think I might have the inventory mechanic and such in this as well. So we do. We have nothing in our inventory, no defensive items, no offensive items, no weapons in our bar. Our map is kind of tiny, but we do have a checklist of various things we can poke and prod at. So weapons caches, food supplies, infiltrator chipsets, aerial data drive, so on and so forth, yada yada yada. That's always nice and interesting. Objectives, target location unknown, more intel required, locate the field commander. Tutorials is kind of obvious. We have weapon upgrades and we have infiltrator mode, which is self-explanatory. Now, this game does have a colorblind mode, and while it is, as it is now, this is very much how it looks like through a Terminator's eyes via the film and such. It is an absolute strain on the eyes for anyone who has any sort of red color blindness. So I'm going to actually see if I can pop into the options and check what colorblind mode does, or even if it works on this.
Well, hopefully it works on this. I mean, there's value differentials, but it's still, yeah.
I'm just trying to remember where it is. I do apologize for this, fellow viewers, but this is the first time poking at this, so I am going in blind.
Probably in gameplay.
Looking through it, not seeing it. I do.
Chromatic aberration?
Well, I'm a chromatic aberration according to some people. No, I do apologize. It appears that, regrettably, this does not. This mode does not actually have a colorblind feature. I do apologize for that. Also, you'll see in my bottom left corner, I have a condition bar. In normal game, that is a, what's it called? It's a health bar. So, condition versus health.
So obviously, there is no motorcycle, but you'll make do with their clothes and boots.
Yep, and first tutorial we get, throwing enemies. So we can grab enemies with the F or middle mouse button, which is part of my mouse wheel, and then F again or left mouse button to throw them into other things.
So, F to F. Nice. That's actually a really good control bind. Very simple to remember, so let's F this guy and use him to F that guy.
So this little spider bot here that I just cracked open has a small repair kit, some memory drives, which is nice, and a Skynet chip, which is used for plasma weapons.
Although apparently this time it's to repair Terminators.
Yep, and over here we have our first objective, to find the HK aerial wreck, which is on the map, and it's generally in that-ish direction. In our inventory, we mugged one assault rifle. We picked up 3, actually, but we only picked up the ammo from the other 2. Small repair kit, as mentioned, used to repair Terminators, and medium caliber ammo. I have a total of 82 rounds. That's not too shabby.
Yeah. Although, obviously, we do want to hunt down a phase plasma rifle in the 300 milliwatt range.
In the 40 watt range, actually.
Oh, sorry.
So this is basically where it starts to open up. So let's actually see what we can... Oh, yay! We can actually deactivate that! Yes! Okay, so I actually did not know we could do that, which is quite nice because, well, obviously being able to see is kind of important. And well, so yeah,
You don't want to
I'm
stay in
I'm
this.
rambling a little bit for obvious reason, but oh hey, what's this? Scavenger's Notebook.
We like those.
Yep. Now all of this, the font and such that you can see on the screen, all of this is ripped directly from the original Terminator movie. This is something that has been around since I think something like 1984 when that first movie came out, and it is almost as iconic as having Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator.
It might actually have been a little bit earlier than that. Because it was used as a general, like computer font.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I can add custom
But
markers on my map screen.
yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
But Terminator was definitely what made it iconic.
Yeah. So a lot of this, because this is essentially an open world map, like if you've been watching the earlier streams I've done of the base game, the open world map is a large part of it because you can basically explore and check out objectives and all that shit to see what pops up. And oh look, new toys, pipe grenades. Pipe grenades are also from the very first Terminator movie, where they are used to, well, I wouldn't say kill the first Terminator, but it did a pretty good job of wrecking its shit.
Yeah, yeah. Although, do not add one Kyle Reese to the mix.
Well, it was kind of required because it grabbed onto him anyway, and he was dying.
Yeah, yeah.
So, there is the run function. It's bound to shift, which is also my push to talk key, which is why I only somewhat run, and the rest of the time I'm just sort of stumble thumping around like you wouldn't believe. But that's to be expected.
To be fair, like the the Terminator's default movement is this slow, steady, you're fucked walk.
Yep. The best way to describe the Terminator as a concept of a horror movie villain has always been and always will be at some level just it's human persistence as a hostile entity. So it's like the old persistence hunting bit. You remember that from anthropology and such about human nature. Well, at the end of the day, oh, splatted him good. But at the end of the day, human nature and all that sort of stuff, and the idea of persistence hunting. Ooh, a weapons cache. I'll take a poke in there shortly after I check these two corpses. But the
Persistence
yeah,
hunting.
the original idea of persistence hunting, when we get down to it, was that essentially it would just chase after something until that something died from exhaustion. So, humans mostly. But very much in the realm of the prehistory of humans, tribal societies, hunter-gatherer, all that sort of stuff, you would find that the most successful form of hunting was to just walk after an animal until it finally keeled over from exhaustion, because very few animals could actually keep up with a human in terms of sheer stamina. But the only ones that actually could were canids. And that's one of the many reasons why humans essentially adopted and tamed dogs in the first place, really.
Serena is correct. Horror movie villains, you run, they walk, and funnily enough, there is an example of exactly the same thing as the Terminator in the sense of, like persistence hunting in Westworld, the original.
Now here is something new. We have an Uzi SMG, which we all know and love. And we have an AMT Hardballer, which is, well, a unique pistol.
Nice. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, you might recognize this from the first
I do
Terminator.
Yes.
The developers of this game, which I admit, when this game first came out, and I did not know that the developers behind it were the ones responsible for, what was it called at the time? For the Rambo rail shooter, which was widely panned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this game, same developers, same development crew, all that sort of stuff, and it's so much better in every way. You can feel the passion that the developers had for this game in how they made it. Now, as you can see, I'm still exploring. The map is plenty sizable, actually. I've only found 1 of 3 weapons caches and nothing else yet. So, at the moment, my intel collectability, because I want to gain more intel, is primarily based around just hunting down people and murdering them, murdering their shit.
Yep.
So if I, what's the term? If I go full speedster, I can beat this in 45 minutes or less. If I want to do this more thoroughly, more practically, and try to get the achievement for finding 3 secret areas, well, it's going to take a little bit longer. But that's alright, because that's part of the fun of the game. So there's something over here that caused a alert. So there is probably a mook in here.
What?
And I discovered the radio station. Now, you'll notice that when I moved while standing, the enemy was alerted to my presence a bit, that he heard the noise, but he didn't react to it, because every enemy in this game is, well, capable of reacting to audio cues. So I'm just going to breach this door.
Nice. Yep. Now if only you had that Terminator 2 just come.
Yeah, that would be pretty decent.
As John Connor just kind of hurriedly scrambles away.
Well, these are just scavengers, so they're kind of squishy.
Yeah.
But they still take between 4 to 6 bullets.
And that's if you're actually aiming.
Well, I mean, the protagonist of the base game, by a character by the name of, what's... Oh, look, got a plasma rifle. Yoink!
Yeah, protagonist by the name of.
A protagonist by the name of Rivers. He was not given a rest of a name, really. He ended up having the uncanny ability to fire his gun like it was a fucking tack driver. So, basically, he could take an Uzi, which is notorious for basically, well, spray and pray. By the way, this is your TC-2000 plasma rifle with, which is in the 40-watt range. And, well, it's not too shabby. It's just not as good as the actual Skynet plasma rifles, which you can get later. And anyway, Rivers, as a result of his having no personality traits worthy of speaking of in any way, shape, or form, combined with his incredible ability to just put 5,000 bullets in the same circle at 5,000 meters, we tended to joke that he was secretly a Terminator. This was entirely because of the fact that we're cheeky shits, of course.
Well, I mean, yes. Reach the door.
And that is 2 dead scouts. And, oh look, a Resistance laptop. Yoink, plus 20 intel.
There we go. You can target group when you want to, Grunt.
Grenade launcher ammo. Yeah. So, let's see what we have here. We got the radio. Let's see what we can do about fixing that.
And I would imagine that Terminator vision does not automatically turn on.
No, I have to toggle that with a V.
Very good. Cutting.
So, this barrel over here. It's explosive.
Well, yeah.
Shiny explosives. Now, one thing that that was mentioned in the main streams of the rest of the game when I was playing it is that just about everything gives you experience points, to the point where you actively want to seek out and blow stuff up, because by blowing stuff up you get experience points for blowing it up.
Yeah.
Which is, to be honest, a pretty good incentive for taking the time to waste ammo and blow shit up.
Yep.
So that was the radio station. We are on our way to our next point of intel, but let's see what we can find. Okay, so we have new areas. We now have food supplies, the scavenger hideout, and the aerial wreck all visible on the map. So let's just keep on poking about, right?
Yep.
I still want to try out this fucker, so let's see what we can do.
So, is the XP stuff totally worth the ammo cost?
Yes, because with enough XP you can actually hit a level cap. The level cap in the base game is 28, and there's a total of, if I recall correctly, 31 skills. Whoa. What we found here are laser trip mines up on the corners here and here. In the base game, if you get the explosive skill, you can disarm them, and even either temporarily or permanently, and with enough explosive skill, you can actually claim them as your own. I do not have that, so, or at least I don't think I do, so I'm just going to continue poking around first, because I think I saw something over here. Yes, I did. So, this is something interesting. Fallen Skynet units. You saw how he was spitting sparks? Still is, really.
We can repair them. Or can we?
Well, here's the thing. An enemy that spits sparks like that is one you have not looted yet. And over here we found another intel point, the resistance checkpoint. But I'm going to pop into my inventory here, and we now have a new toy here, the Skynet Plasma R95. This thing is, well, it's an overheat weapon instead of requiring reloading. And it is generally much better in every way than the current phased plasma rifle that I have equipped. So let's just swap that out.
Does it make the right pew pew pew?
Probably. Okay, so as you can see, the circuit here requires 3 chips. I only have 4 chips here. But the way the chipset is set up, for lack of a better term, is that it's kind of like, well, Connect 3, really. So, if I drop a stability chip here, I need a 2-pin bar here for this one, which I can get with clip, so yay. But then I need a 3-pin bar here, and a square here, in order to completely connect the setup. So, it's kind of not available to me yet.
Oh, I see. Yep. So you only have certain combinations.
Yeah. Now, as you can see, instead of a magazine, this thing just has heat to worry about, so my only real memo regarding this weapon is, well, short controlled bursts. A second pipe grenade, which is always useful, because who doesn't like grenades, even though I haven't used any yet?
I don't like grenades.
You just don't like them because you have a bad habit of finding yourself being used as collateral damage by them.
Yes. I'm not even going to pretend otherwise. I am bad at grenades.
Now this is interesting. The map says there's a way over there. However, obviously I can't really find a way over there through here, so guess we have to sneak around and poke about. Let's see. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Tum-ta-tum-ta-tum-ta-tum-ta-tum. It might actually involve getting up on that, but in actuality, it's nothing so difficult. One of the things that I do like about this game is that basically it encourages you to explore and take your time exploring. It wants you to spend time looking around for things to do and explore. In no small part because, well, murdering the hell out of things is absolutely great in this game. It's a very strong, visceral sensation more than anything, for lack of a better descriptor. It's just one of those types of games that just gives you that good sense of tactile feedback when you hit something, you know? My complaint, however, is that when your main weapon just goes pew pew pew, and everything around you goes pew pew pew, well, it kind of gets boring on the ears, you know?
But, again, it's fitting.
Well, yeah, it's fitting. It's just that sometimes you want something with more variety. Like, oh, hey, I found a shotgun.
Ah, no, shotguns, yeah. Are they good shotguns? Like, this is the question.
The shotgun is one of the only weapons that can flat out knock down a T-800 before you have the ability to properly kill them.
What's its range?
Medium-ish. It's pretty good. So, This is the first secret. I did not know about this, but by reconnecting the wires, I activated the Tech Noir sign, which is the bar where the Terminator in the first movie found Sarah Connor and tried to kill her.
Yep.
Needless to say, Kyle Reese saved her life by taking a shotgun to the Terminator, repeatedly. And yes, the music, the song You've Got Me Burnin', is the one that was playing at the time when the Terminator decided to light up the area with a Uzi at the time, if I recall correctly.
I vaguely recall there was a game where the guns made pew 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 noises with voice clips.
If I recall correctly, there was a Let's Play of Shadow Man by, I believe it was Super Great Friend, and he was so offended by how annoying the gun was and its sound that he just redubbed the gun sound to be him saying bang.
Yeah, I remember that. But no, I do vaguely remember that there is a game that legit uses pew 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 as the soundtrack. Foley.
Well, I don't remember that off the top of my head, so...
Rim lighting.
Okay, I just double-checked to clear out this area, and it seems like we are done over in this corner. Thankfully, that was a minorly amusing secret because of the fact that it's very much a movie reference in every way, shape, and form, and I'm not going to complain one bit about that. Now, I think we can scrap the Uzi. We can just drop that thing because we do have ammo for it. The ammo for the Uzi is shared with the pistol, small caliber ammo. In this case, I have 318 rounds, of which 20 are in the pistol. So, anyway, I am just going to grab this shotgun and slot it in there so I can show it off for a bit. Bye, Uzi!
We won't miss you.
Well, it's actually better than the pistol in the base game, but I don't know how it handles compared to the hardballer yet, so I should probably use the hardballer soon. Yes, Robot Man cannot jump. Okay, it looks like we have a little outpost here, probably scavengers. Let's see what we can find.
Rena points out that it's a 45 long slide with laser sight.
Okay, so we got some notes collected, which is just some extra intel. That's not bad. Let's continue going. I admit did not come into this expecting anything extreme or even too interesting, but I'm glad to have been proven wrong. And oh look, there's a guy up there. He's a bit far away for the shotgun. Let's see what we can do about ventilating him with the pistol instead.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Got him. And that's one more dead T-800. So 2 more repair kits, another chip, and a memory drive for intelligence gain.
Oh wait, that chip might actually allow you to finish your thing.
Yep, I'm currently now at 105 out of 125 intel, so the intel gain keeps climbing. But as you can see, I'm starting to pick up more various bits and bobs on the map. Yep, so I've cleared the radio station, so it's completely wrecked. I still have, well, a whole bunch of stuff to grab. Resistance checkpoints, scavenger hideouts, TechCom checkpoints, a resistance scientist, the aerial data drive from the shot down aerial wreck, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, target location is still unknown.
And apparently you might be able to get a plasma sniper rifle out of this.
I would not be surprised. I used the plasma sniper rifle in the base game, and it is hilariously and ludicrously overpowered in its own way. Like we're talking 1 to 2. We're talking 1 to 2 headshots to drop an enemy, like you would not believe. So over here was where the sniper was, and let's see what we can do about sneaking in and poking his corpse for loot.
Now would be a good time for the shotgun.
Sure, if he had buddies, but he doesn't.
How boring.
And there we are, a rail plasma RG01. So I have tested out the hardballer. It's a good hardballer, but now we can grab the sniper rifle, which has an absolutely obscene damage rate of 550. For reference, our second best gun has damage of 75. Well, the shotgun has more damage, but it's... The thing with the shotgun is that its damage is based by pellet, so that 90 damage is split across its 9 pellets, so it only does 10 damage per pellet.
Yep, as expected.
So this is the RG01, and yes, because it's a, quote, CRT sniper rifle, it always has this bloody red overlay over everything. But at the same time, it also hits like a ton of bricks. I like the hitting like a ton of bricks part, but the rest of it is, kind of disappointing.
I do like the target reticle.
Now, I still need to show off this shotgun, so let's see what I can do about finding someone to use it on.
Now I've seen everything. Terminator's dumpster diving.
Has been done before.
Yeah, but I don't think it was in the good movies.
I think it happened actually in the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which is a good TV show.
I'll take your word for it.
You should watch it.
Mm.
It was probably the best role Summer Glau ever had because of the fact that it didn't involve certain directors fetishizing her feet.
Yep.
Ah, that's an old dockyard crane. Why the hell would an old dockyard crane be far away from a dockyard, right?
All the water got nuked away.
That's probably not too far off from the truth, really.
I mean, if I recall correctly, the Terminators took hold of the big red button, or rather all the big red buttons, and then pressed them all at the same time.
Oh, now this is a shiny. This Skynet chip here, you see how it doesn't have any fiddly bits on either side?
Works on either one.
Works on every one, and it's plus 65% bonus. And I discovered a scavenger hideout, so I should probably backtrack and go deal with that, seeing as how I'm kind of making a big loop around in the first place.
Yeah, probably. There's a couple of scavenger hideouts.
Yep, there's a few. It's just, well, concentrations of intel, for lack of a better term, and, well, intel is good in this case, because we need the intel to find our target and kill it. As for the nuclear apocalypse, that was Judgment Day and such, depending on which timeline you're in, because Terminator does have several timelines due to, well, temporal shenanigans and fuckery that actually caused the entire setting to be, well, a stable time loop in its own way. What happened is that Skynet basically grabbed the big red button and attacked the Soviet Union in 1997, and the Soviet Union naturally retaliated with all of its nukes, and the world took the worst of it. So that was yonks back in the original iteration of Terminator. Obviously things changed a bit. Okay, we found a TechCom checkpoint, and these guys have purple plasma. That is second-generation plasma weapons. This is not shit you want to get hit by. Much. I do have 7 hail kits, so that's nice, but it's still going to be a roughish fight.
Yeah. Okay, that was not bad at all.
Yeah, the shotgun is pretty decent. It's not terrible. The damage, obviously, is kind of worrying. But I got a new toy.
You did.
A plasma minigun.
And it goes... brr, brr.
You could say that.
Yeah, I know, it goes...
Got him. So that was probably the most punishment I've taken, for obvious reasons, because purple plasma hurts like a son of a bitch. And so, as you can see, I kind of goofed up a little bit, because I'm over here at the checkpoint that I just cleared. And I have to actually backtrack to the scavenger hideout, which is over here, behind the area that I was just at and all. So, whoops on my part. I do apologize for the minor inconvenience of me having to backtrack like a numpty, but well, such is life, right?
Pretty normal for a numpty.
Well, I did say like a numpty. I didn't say I am a numpty.
But you are.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
You wouldn't be backtracking if you weren't a numpty.
No. If I was backtracking like a numpty, I wouldn't be using the run function.
This is true. So that just means you are a numpty as opposed to backtracking like a numpty.
You know I'm gonna have to get petty revenge upon you.
I mean, you do every day in Food Porn Trainwreck Trip Report and,
I sank your waifu.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Ah!
Although, to be fair, you haven't sank either of them.
Well, let's be fair, I sink everyone else's too. There's people in there. They're nervous.
Nervous is the best kind.
Got them. So, scavengers, as you can see, just tend to have medium caliber ammo and all that. But hey, free ammo. So, in that case, while I had to directly kill two guys, because I made that barrel explode, it cleaned out the rest of them nice and easy for me.
Yep. Yeah, Serena, I have never seen Grump in exercises.
The reason why is because Jamie in exercises is on a different server.
No. I'm also on your server.
Yeah, but you never exercise in those.
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, it's not like you'll see me because I'm usually sitting around 200 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so let's just zip on down to this next scavenger hideout over here. The extra ammunition, while completely useless for most people, is still nice to have.
It lets you waste some more M60 ammo.
Yeah, and let's be fair, who doesn't like being a bullet hose?
Hmm.
Yes, in the base game, you can dumpster dive for materials. You can often find stuff like crafting materials or even ammunition in them. Or sometimes even medkits.
Well, yeah, but that's a human thing.
Well, yeah, that's because humans are squishy.
Yeah.
And if humans are not squishy, well, how would we squish them?
Terminators are more in the dumpster throwing area.
Yep. Now, this area I remember, I poked my head in here earlier and went, trip mines, nope. So, let's see what we can find in here now that I am not feeling cowardly. Also, just out of interest's sake, let's see, can I? No, I cannot grab the trip mine, which would be nice, but, well, it's kind of useless anyway, so I may as well just blow them up.
There we go. Silly you.
And that's 5 more dead humans. And yay, a free grenade. And of course, I missed the barrel because I did not have Terminator vision on, which highlights the bloody thing.
Oh well.
Tasty explosions. At some point I picked up an odd number of intel because I'm at 221 out of 235. As you can see by looking into my map here, I have just cleared out this hideout and can technically continue poking along over here, but instead I'm going to loop around and clear out the food supplies first.
And the other scavenger hideout. Which, if this were a Matrix game, would count as food supplies, but...
Well, that's the Matrix for you. Anyway, I have not actually used this weapon yet. This is the Skynet Westinghouse plasma rifle, so let's show it off.
I think he's dead, Jim.
Yep. I do like the breach mechanic in this. It's basically completely optional because if I wanted to, I could be sneaky and just open the door normally. And at the end of the day, it's just kind of fun because it throws a wrench into the works of the classic gameplay loop that was solidified and codified pretty well in the base game. Also, I do need to remember that I do still have a flashlight. So I killed 3 mooks over here with, and these guys had violet plasma guns. So yoink, let's go steal their shit. I actually have no intention of using the violet plasma guns they have, simply because of the fact that my violet plasma minigun is so much more powerful. Its only disadvantage is that it does not give you any sights when you try to aim down sights.
However, for close range clearing, it's great.
So there's someone in here.
If I recall, TechCom was another name for the Resistance.
Well, I think I fucked up that food supply.
It's great for room clearing. Ah yes, canned green. My favorite. I'm sorry, MG. When did you get the clearance to talk about violet plasma rifles?
Come on, friend computer is not part of this. Skynet is not a friend.
This is true.
Okay, so we appear to have actually found our objective, the Resistance Laboratory. So we could go there. We're not, though. We have shit to destroy. So more food supplies to blow up, another Resistance checkpoint, another scavenger hideout, another weapons cache, so on and so forth. It'll be a little while longer before we're actually done clearing this place out. And let's see, so the Resistance Scientist is probably one of the big ones, so we do have some stuff to continue, well, monkeying about with and murking.
You'd think they'd have been smarter than to, like, set up so close to where they downed the HK.
Well, I mean, it's very... You could very much argue that the downing the HK was a direct side effect of setting up.
I guess. Still stupid.
In the game itself, downing an HK is worth a cool 1,000 experience. That is the most experience-heavy unit in the entire game.
And that's pretty unsurprising.
Yeah, because they're absolute bastards to try and take down.
Yep. Wonder how the big tread boys do.
Oh, you fight an HK tank as well in the base game.
Good.
It's immobilized. It's still kicking your ass. Just because it's immobilized doesn't stop it from kicking your ass, though.
Well, yeah, if you've got, like, 2 heavy plasmas.
No, it's got more than that. It's very much, one of those things where you play cat and mouse, and it is the cat with a minigun, and you're the mouse with a nail file.
Yep. Or, of course, you're the poor bastard who, like, runs right next to it and pulls out the, pushes the detonator.
The sticky bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. That's why That's why I didn't loot that building. I was looping around on the other side first. As you can see, it's usually a smart idea to double check everywhere, because even though the game is nice enough to actually allow you to 100% an area without actually getting 100% of the stuff, there's just that warm fuzzy feeling of being able to 100% it by being that amazing.
Hey, B-Man. It's been a while.
It is the man of B. I would not call him the man of the hour, but maybe the man of the minute. Ah, look! A wall that I can destroy.
Yes. Can you breach it? Yes. Kool-Aid man, that shit.
Oh, yeah. And that's another food cache completely wrecked. Sucks to be you, humans. So there's something over there. I wonder what it is. Oh, it's some wrecked Terminator units. Let's go poke them. Get some loot and repairs. Medkits are good. Memory drive from a scout drone. So scout drones, as you probably know, are, well, pretty easy recon. There's nothing to them. They're kind of weak against everything, including bullets. So most of the time they're just, well, yeah, kind of go squish.
Well, yeah. But even them going squish is an invitation. Anyway, wasn't there one back there?
Hang on, dealing with a sniper.
Yeah, I saw him.
Got him. He put one shot into me and took off more than half my health. Yeah, took off more than half of my health.
Yep.
Needless to say, snipers are assholes.
I mean, it's not like he had a sniper rifle or anything.
Well, I did. I just forgot about it.
Like I said, numpty.
That's okay. I'll get my petty revenge upon you later. Ah, TechCom weapons cache. Oh, and there we are, back in the corner over there. I would wager that the TechCom weapons cache is as such because of the fact that, well, not only is it going to be kind of important, but it's probably on my way to my ultimate objective of the TechCom Commander.
Just to be clear, the TechCom Commander is a squishy human, correct?
We hope so.
I mean, admittedly, there will probably be, like, multiple squishy humans.
Well, of course, the problem is that a very significant chunk of them will likely be heavily armed with purple plasma. And purple plasma actually hurts. Hey look, I also know how to open doors properly.
Why would you do that? Oh. Be boring then.
Well, it was just to prove that I could.
There we go.
Okay, looks like the basement had a grand total of fucking all in it. You sure that was people lying there? It just looks like a funny blanket to me.
Yeah, Terminator vision is indeed exceedingly red.
Yep, it's why I'm actively trying to avoid using it as much as possible, because I know that there are some people in the various servers that I hang out in that have very strong red color blindness, and it's to the point where strong reds is actually painful to them.
I mean, to be fair, strong reds cause eye strain even in people without that.
So what does it say about the U.S. military that for a great many years a warship at the condition of combat would have all of its internal lights swap over to red bulbs?
Good job, fuckwits.
Pretty much. Okay, I'm just looking at the map here to see what we have, and, well, we've kind of beaten the hell out of this area, to be honest. Bunch of notes, there's me. You can still see the faded icons, barely, for stuff like the fallen Skynet units and food supplies and all that sort of shit, but it's really, really harsh on the eyes. So instead, we're heading down to the resistance checkpoint in the scavenger hideout down here. And I do apologize if I was rambling on without having my push to talk on Jamie, because of the fact that my finger might have slipped.
No, I'm okay. He's fine.
Just doing a quick poke and a peek, see if there's anything worth looting in here. Probably not, but that's just how the game works. I really need to start using more of these grenades, because I'm sitting on a dozen of them. I do appreciate the dust getting kicked up when whenever I drop from something.
I mean, to be fair, you are a chunky boy.
Yup, chunky and made of metal. Hello, I missed that. Just gonna do a quick poke and a peek. And a short, sharp chuckle because nothing's up here. Oh, wait, there was grenades. I'm in a good mood now. Because as soon as I find a grenade launcher, I'm going to be spamming those fuckers like you won't believe. And where was it? Yeah, so somewhere in here was a doorway that was openable, bish. There we are. Smack! And hey, more notes, more intel points. Nothing to complain about here.
I would like to complain to the long-deceased landlord about the state of the maintenance of that building.
Well, I mean, it's not the landlord's fault it got nuked. I mean, it's only a squishy human. Okay, let's see what's over here.
Knowing Grump, he'll go to the weapons cache last.
So I actually got my ass kicked there, but I killed 4/5 of the Goober squad in one go, so let's see what I can do about this last one. Shit. So the thing about the sniper rifle is that it takes 5 plasma cells per shot.
Oops.
And that's the checkpoint cleared. Wasn't even planning on that being so quick, but, well, sucks to be them. Okay, let's see what's back here first. Diddly and fucking squat. Good to know. I smell suckers. So what weapon should I use? Should I swap out to the shotgun?
Room cleaner.
Okay, one room cleaner coming up.
Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, to be fair, with like slowed down time, 3.5 seconds. That ain't bad.
And I used a total of 16 rounds. I hear humans.
Like, 4 of them were the first 2 guys. The rest were you trying to get a bead on the last one.
Well, it's not my fault he was using a meat shield.
Oh, there's gonna be a sniper around here. This is prime snipey ground.
Well, with it being prime snipey ground, let's take a look around with our own sniper rifle, Okay. I have to admit, the view out of this thing is definitely not good on easy on the eyes.
Nope. I'm tutting in disapproval. If this were a Bad Company 2 map, I would be gravitating here, and so would 20 other players.
Yep. And then someone calls an airstrike. And then you'd have 20 graves.
Well, to be fair, that's only on maps with helicopters.
So, pretty much all of them in Bad Company.
No.
You know, I do believe that this building is familiar to me. Yes. It might just be a recycled asset.
It is. But that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, so if we poke around at the map here, we will see that this would be a sniper point for obvious reasons. But the actual sniper that I killed was, I believe, over here-ish. And there was another sniper over here-ish.
Yep.
Rerouting power to avoid shutting down. I really do need to find some more dead Skynet units because, well, I'm running low on repair kits. Though that's my own fault for the most of it.
Yeah. Like, you missed at least one. Yeah. There we go.
And all of a sudden we're back where we started. As you can see on the mini-map, because of where we started, was right down in this corner here. So we want to head roughly in this-ish direction.
Yep. So you take a right, you take a left. Bob's your uncle, you've gotten to the firefight.
Well, to be fair, I'm the one who's supposed to create the firefight.
And if you see a HK, you've gone too far.
No. The HK is the goal. We're just taking things slow and methodical-ish.
I thought the TACCOM weapon thing for the fun weapon was the goal.
Well, the commander of the TACCOM is the actual goal. The weapon thing is just a bonus. That was a little close.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And that is the tail end of an HK, actually.
Yep.
In fact, I think this one is a super heavy HK, normally used for transporting tanks.
Looks like. I wonder if any of the small fucky bastards from Future Shock made it into this one.
What, silverfish?
Well, there's one, yeah.
Yeah, silverfish made it in.
Nice.
Hey look, Skynet has perfected floating rock technology.
Oh yeah, so it has. Actually, wait, there's another explanation.
Which is?
This isn't Seattle or whatever the bumfuck nowhere Terminator 1 was set in.
No,
This is the zone.
it's Pasadena, California, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And the surrounding areas.
But yeah, we're in the zone.
Oh, got those suckers good. Sometimes all you need is a good hearty ambush, right?
One of the 3 basic food groups, isn't it?
Well, what are the other 2?
Ambushes and heavy weaponry.
Well, that's still only 2 of them, because I already mentioned ambushes.
Shit. Heavy weaponry and breaches.
Yeah, pretty close. Heavy weaponry, breaching, and ambushes does seem to work pretty well. Though there's no way in reasonable hell I would take a sniper rifle to a breach party.
I think it would be funny.
Yeah, funny, but at the same time, with the lack of saving ability in this, it would end up with me having to restart. And nobody wants that. Because you already tolerate me enough as is, huh?
Well, that's a fun recommendation right there. So YouTube decided that it would actually show me recommendations again in the bar.
Ew.
And sometimes it's good.
Sometimes.
For example, the 10-year hunt for the lost McDonald's DS game.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, that's something, alright. I can imagine it. 40 minutes in that video, and that was when they realized what the fuck they were doing and gave up.
If only.
Nah, to be fair, it would be an important piece of video game archiving.
Yeah, true. It's just the type of archive that goes, yes, this exists, no, it's not worth it. What the hell am I doing in this building anyway?
LP ever.
Pfft. Well, I mean, wasn't the original motto of Let's Play in general being we play games so you don't have to?
Yeah.
And then it mutated to we play games so you can talk at us and give us shit for playing them?
I mean, I particularly like the we play games so you can go, wow, that's really interesting, and like 300 copies of Super Mario World 3D are sold.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hell, the only reason why I purchased the original Nier was courtesy of a Let's Play.
Ah, yeah, pendasting. So, you probably, yeah.
Hello, Gravity. Fuck you, Gravity. Back up I go.
Oh god, what was the name of that guy who, like, who worked with Tara Wheeler?
It's not ringing a bell, sorry.
Yeah, lockpicking is very low. Yeah, Stevian Ollum. Thank you.
Okay, so just up over here is the HK aerial wreck, so let's head this way. Slowly. Ish.
Yeah, I never knew that my vape stick would be, like, useful for penetration testing before Deviant Ollum.
Well, that's 2 idiots killed in one go.
Oh yeah, the idiot and the idiot behind them. Oh no.
And a bit more intel. Target located, TechCom bunker. So over here is my official final objective, the TechCom bunker. That's where I'm going last. So I still have 2 weapons caches to check out, 1 fallen infiltrator chipset to collect, the HK data drive, which is very close by, the resistance scientist, which I believe is in the resistance laboratory, and 1 of 2 remaining resistance checkpoints. So I'm getting up there. As you can tell, however, my health is not. Hello? What's down here? Nah, just an alternative route.
Well, that's perfectly well and good.
Yep, that's why I said alternative route instead of being disappointed about it. Ah, and look over here, we have a fallen Skynet unit. 2 health packs,
Yay.
yoink.
Using them straight away.
Well, not yet, I'm still good for now.
You also haven't upgraded your guns.
I think I annoyed someone in the area.
Well, pumping a load of bullets into them does tend to annoy them, yes. I mean,
True.
it doesn't annoy them for long. But it is the sort of thing that, you know, you hold grudges against people for. Wow.
Whoop.
That guy could have been trouble.
Well, he's dead, and I just cleared this resistance
Very
checkpoint. I wasn't even trying. I did not know that there was a resistance checkpoint. Oh, well, I kind of did. I just didn't know it was that close to it. So, whoops. Anyway, let's go hit that weapons cache behind us first.
Yeah, and
Because I have a bunch of grenades, and I have not yet picked up a grenade launcher.
somebody had a rocket launcher that went very, very wrong.
Ah, yes.
Is it time?
It is time. I got a blooper.
Yay! Bloop. Boom.
So, for those of you who do not know, the blooper is a rather classic gun. There we are. Single shot, goes bloop, and then goes boom. Just like that.
And it's so easy to load as well.
Yep. This thing has been in use since the Vietnam era. It's basically been around for forever and will never stop being useful so long as its ability to go bloop and make things die horribly remains in effect.
It's also really easy to maintain.
Well, yeah, pretty much every break action weapon is easy to maintain.
let's go find badly charred Rocket Boy. Yeah, it is indeed also called the Thumper.
The primary reason why it's called all of this, of course, is due to the distinctive noise it makes when it fires. So now I have explosives. Ho ho ho. And we're heading towards the Resistance Laboratory. Looks like we have one weapons cache left, one fallen infiltrator chipset to grab, one resistance scientist to gank, and that's it. So, the Resistance Laboratory is there, the weapons cache is up there. Let's go. It sadly appears like I'm unlikely to find the other two secrets in this mode, but I can do that later on my own time. Yay, free repairs. This guy is tough as nails, but he's not invincible, as you can tell.
Well, yeah, they have attained Terminator fucking technology. Mostly, to be fair, stolen from and adapted from Terminators.
Okay, so I'm about to breach, and I'm not stupid enough to do so with a grenade launcher in hand because collateral damage.
Boo. And you're not gonna do it with a sniper rifle either, you coward.
You can call me a coward if you want, but I will say, quite firmly, that winning supersedes cowardice.
Does remind me of a fun little time I had when Unreal 2K was a thing.
I just got an M134 minigun.
Nice.
This is a minigun you could not get in the original, or the base game. Yes.
Yeah, so I was in a random chance server where they'd turned the sniper rifles in Unreal 2K, which were pretty nasty things, full auto. And yeah, I was mildly miffed about that. Because it just... Sniper rifles are sniper rifles. You don't turn them full auto.
Well, you can, it's just poor form.
Yeah. So I decided I'd go around and get as many kills as I could traditionally. First place, motherfuckers. thought you'd gotten him there, but obviously... Whoa!
This is not going well.
No, it's not. Really not going well with that grenade. Jesus Christ. You dork.
Hey, you can't blame me. That was the game being rude.
You fool, you moron, you imbecile! Yeah, you're gonna die.
Well, that's a whole lot of corpses out front. But as you can see, there's almost nothing left. You even got the guy behind the minigun. So that did not go over near as well as I'd have hoped, but it's to be expected considering the fact that I was assaulting a heavily fortified position and did it in the stupidest way possible.
Well, you did it in multiple stupidest ways possible.
Well, that got him. Got rid of the egghead.
Yeah.
An extended repair kit. Yoink! So that was a full heal.
That was useful. Considering.
Yep. So it's a decent reward for going through basically a pretty nasty fight in its own right. And now I just have the one small side area left, don't I?
Yep. You got the weapons cache.
Especially because I have this. I still can't believe the game is giving me a minigun. It doesn't matter over the, well, the fact that it's, well, a weapon that's so heavy that only a Terminator could feasibly use it. I'm just giggling over the fact that I have a minigun.
I mean, technically you've got two.
Yeah, that's true, and this one actually looks like a minigun. It has 6 barrels.
Plasma doesn't need your rotary bullshit.
Why not? It should. That makes it more fun.
Terminators care not about fun.
Just care about basic aesthetics then.
No, they care about function.
Yes, and a minigun, which uses multiple barrels as cooling to maintain a high rate of fire, is functional.
There comes a point at which rotational cooling doesn't really help.
Yeah, which is true, usually when it's firing at about, 150,000 rounds or a few thousand degrees. Well, this is new.
A few thousand degrees, like, I don't know, plasma.
Meh. Then how's it staying cool with only 1 barrel?
Science fiction bullshit. Obviously.
Uh-huh. So, looks like I have found an abandoned resistance base. Or if not abandoned, at least currently emptied. I guess I've been killing too many mooks. Oh, look! More heals for me. I'm just going to do a quick poke and a prod, and oh look, we have found more mines.
That's a very interestingly placed mine.
Well, the reason why is because if I was heading this way and saw them, I wouldn't have any way to actually clear them without first crawling through.
Oh, no, I mistook a lamppost for a mine.
Huh.
Like, ha.
How can you mistake a lamppost?
Because you were looking at it in Terminator vision.
Well, that's fair. Anyway, let's just keep poking around in here. Shouldn't be much left in here. So, let's see what we got here. Another cheap-ass pipe grenade. I actually do have a can grenade. Can grenades are basically the bigger brothers to pipe grenades. As an analogy, the pipe grenade goes pop, the can grenade goes kablam.
And the 6-pack grenade goes kablooey.
Fuck those planks. Yes, game, I know I can destroy wooden planks. Okay, so this wood is a bedroom of some variety. Looks quite abandoned now. Sucks to be whomever was in here.
I don't know, for an apocalypse it looks like a good shag pad.
The problem is the smell. There's no ventilation. Okay, so with the map, over here is that TechCom checkpoint we cleared. So this area here, this little corner, is kind of unexplored, and the weapons cache up there is unexplored. And look at that, some free health. In this case, some former spider bots.
Yep, those are bastards from Future Shock.
Well, in this game, they are considered little more than minor enemies, so in that regards, they are vulnerable to conventional weapons. Just a quick poke to see if there was anything worth poking at. Guess there wasn't. Warehousing. Good times.
Spider bots were definitely early gen.
Yeah, basically the generation of Terminators goes from completely non-humanoid towards humanoid towards Infiltrator. And then there's the gimmicks,
The ones.
like the T-1000, which is liquid metal.
Or the TG whatever, which is like nanomachines, son.
Okay, so that was a violet plasma cannon, and another minigun, which means I have even more ammo. Good times. So let's just take a quick poke and a prod at this sort of stuff and see what we have. So we got a whole bunch of ammo for the minigun. We got a stupid amount of red plasma cells. We got a scoped cheap-ass plasma rifle that we can toss. So let's just toss that, and toss its scoped cousin, and toss this shotgun, because it's, well, a shotgun. And let's see what else we can get rid of. For this plasma minigun, we're actually keeping that, so just grab that, and toss the M16, because we no longer need it. And toss the red plasma rifle, because we don't need that. And toss this purple plasma rifle, because we don't need that. And now I can actually upgrade these two plasma guns. So,
finally.
Yep. First and foremost, damage boost. And a magazine boost. And then, let's see, what do we want? Oh, more damage, of course. So there we are. 144 damage, and magazine size goes from 80 to, looks like 137.
Yep.
Meanwhile, for the sniper rifle, in general you want more damage, because more damage makes everything better. So I just need a square on one side and a triple on the other. And there we are. Fire rate is not what I'm looking for. God damn it. Fucking hell. There we are. More damage. There we are. And then we can just bloop our way to victory. So we have essentially scraped the area clean. We have only found one of the 3 actual secrets, but that's okay. And at the end of the day, we have our objective to break into the TechCom field base, kill the commander, and claim victory. Because we're awesome like that. Skynet will be happy. Well, at least as happy as a computer can get.
Well, we all know how happy a computer can get, because friend computer loves us.
Well, that's friend computer. Skynet is not friend computer.
Then Skynet takes pleasure in elegant calculations, many of which involve, like, number of humans murdered.
You'd think Skynet would be better at the figuring out the whole killing humans part, seeing as how it started with nuclear weapons and just somehow failed.
I mean, nuclear weapons can't kill everybody.
They can damn well try, true.
So that's why you need hunter-killer units afterwards.
Oh, hang on a second, I think I see something over here. Oh, never mind, that was just the entry point to the bunker with the nerd in it.
Yeah. That is an interesting question.
Which is?
The interesting question is in what kind of affect it has. To which all I can really say is, interesting question, deserves an answer. Not a bad boom.
Well, I think that's a good room clearer.
Yeah. I think you got a headshot on one of them.
Yeah, the one with the minigun.
No, you got a headshot on two then. God, to have the last thing you see be a grenade at high speed.
Yep, just thump. The fun thing is that the grenade, the 40mm grenades used in this thing, officially have an arming range of about 15 meters. So they have to get a fair chunk away before they will actually just go kaboom. Otherwise, it's the equivalent of hitting someone with a single $300 bullet.
Oh, he's upgraded it. You should upgrade your plasma gun. You will need it, my brother.
Well, I upgraded the grenade launcher first by using it.
Oops.
I think I got their attention.
Yeah, just maybe.
Well, I don't know. I take no small amount of glee in just derping grenades into people where they can't retaliate.
Well, yeah. You might want to repair, though. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm looking a bit beat up. This will last me for a bit longer unless I fuck up. Right in the dick.
Oh! Oh! Ah, you missed that one. Ankle shot.
I admit I was aiming for his feet there.
Yeah.
Right in the head. Free heals. See, the game's nice. It even gives me heals inside the final area.
Yep.
So I am down to all of 2 grenades left. Should I swap to a different weapon? Yes, I should. Which weapon should I swap to?
Gee, I wonder if it's the plasma minigun.
By the way, I just nailed that guy with a sniper rifle with a no-scope.
See? You can do it if you try. Ah, you went traditional.
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't want to go traditional with this thing?
Me.
Why?
Because plasma.
Yeah, plasma goes pew 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 too much.
Okay.
I think I got them.
Yeah, I think you did too. What bits of Terminator media, apart from the first 2 films and Sarah Connor Chronicles, are worth looking at?
Well, obviously the first 2 films are, for a variety of reasons, the go-to for basically, well, good Terminator media. The Sarah Connor Chronicles, which only lasts a few seasons, is also very good. It's also one of Summer Glau's better roles, which is kind of sad considering the fact that, well, she hasn't really had many roles before or since, and Firefly technically doesn't count. And at the end of the day, well, there's just, the third Terminator movie, Genesis, it's okay. It's aggressively okay. It's not horrible. It's not depressingly bad or anything. It just doesn't feel like a good Terminator movie. I think a large part of that is simply due to the fact that Arnie was old and cranky at that time, and he didn't feel the role anymore. And the follow-up Terminator movies since then have just been, yeah. There's interesting concepts, it's just the execution doesn't seem to be done right.
Yeah, Genesis was number 5.
So the commander is in here. And Jamie, you're getting your wish.
Thank you. That was a really short reach. Anyway, you have cleared.
Yep, and that's the mission. I assume there's a post-mission cutscene, which there is. So, that is how this game actually got, in part, it's how the game ended up, what's the word I'm looking for? Tied into the greater continuity.
Yeah.
So,
This is the Infiltrator what found her.
yeah, this is the Infiltrator that found Connor's biography and basically said, okay, now we know who to kill. Get that time machine fired up. And in the base game, you also play as, well, Rivers, who has his own temporal shenanigans and such. but he is instrumental because he is the one who figures out who finds the chip that is used by a scientist to reprogram the T-800 T-101 variant used in Terminator 2.
There are other expanded universe things, but 90% of those are Dark Horse comics.
Yeah, and Dark Horse Comics, the quality is good, but the stories range from decent to ludicrously stupid. Anyway, that is mission complete. I got a final score of 3,365 on normal difficulty, with a final penalty of -105 for 17 repair kits used. Thank you, Jamie, for showing up and enjoying the game with me. Thank you very much to all of my viewers for watching with me, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope the Americans in the viewing stream have a happy Thanksgiving. And, well, it was just good fun had by everyone, wasn't it? So again, take care. Thank you very much.
Before...
I'm not done yet, so, Jamie?
Remember, Aliens versus Terminator versus Predator versus... Fuck, there was a fourth one.
Aliens versus Predator versus Terminator was the comic that came out in 2006, and I have read it, yes.
No. There was a Dark Horse one that came before that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and it was Aliens versus Predator versus Terminator versus something else.
Magnus.
God knows. But it was like 3 volumes. And it was awful. Anyway, thank you very much for having me.
Well, I'm glad to have you around, because you're a good egg, and you're a fun person to talk with. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you enjoyed the flick, so that's all for me. Take care of yourselves, have a good evening, and good night.
Take care.